And good morning and happy Friday to you coming from Houston, Texas. I'm so excited. If we haven't met, I am Kat Trelinos with Tada by Kat, Next Level Staging and Design. And we are and have been doing topics. This is our 92nd episode. I can't believe it. And we've been doing a lot of replays the last few months, and I'm super excited today to make a big announcement on another venture and an offering that we are in hopes that will better people's lives for those who need the information. Um, excuse me. Um, so, without further ado, I would like to, in a minute here, bring on my special guest. He happens to be my miracle online, and that's going to make sense to you when I announce our latest efforts for a soon to be coming book, Miracles Online, Finding True and Lasting Love in a Digital World. And for those of you who know me or don't know me, I met my miracle online 25 years ago this November, actually 18th of November next month, and started this book 25 years ago, put it on the shelf, started it up again in 15 years, and a light bulb went on, and I decided this needs to be written to commemorate our 25th wedding anniversary and to speak to those in need, whether divorced, widowed, single, etc., to help them find their true love. So without further ado, please welcome My Miracle Online, Mr. Jeff Wong. Yay!
Good morning, everyone. You hear me okay?
I can hear you okay. Let me check my volume a little bit. And yeah, maybe a little louder. I can't adjust my volume. I don't know why. But
well,
everybody else.
I'm full, so everybody here okay? You can hear me okay? Good,
yes,
good.
I can hear you. Absolutely.
Okay. So I'm still sharing on the internet in regards to our feed.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And just a note, we are streaming live on Facebook, on Tada by Kat business page, as well as Kat Trelinos, LinkedIn, and YouTube now. And within about 48 hours, this episode will be put on our site. And not to forget that we are also on, what is it, honey? Spotify and Apple Podcast.
Yeah.
For those who want to just plug in and listen to episodes. I encourage you to do that. 92 episodes with creative geniuses from really all over the globe. Patrizia from Italy, Sanja from Italy, as well as all over the country. So a lot of rich content. I encourage you to explore it. Sign up for the channel so you get notified of new episodes. But yes, we're taking another direction. And Jeff, do you want to kind of talk about how the impetus in this journey of putting this book together, kind of where we're at with it? Or would you like to jump right into your contribution? I meant to print that out for you, but Jeff does have a contribution in the book. I'd asked him to just, whatever he felt like sharing with folks who are going to read this book, from the heart as well as practical. And just to kind of give you a little, we're going to share the cover in a minute. And this is soon to be coming. The goal is to publish it live on Amazon before we leave for our anniversary trip to Greece. And if anybody out there has any tips on Greece, it's our first time. I have ancestors from Greece, so that's kind of special. But some of the things that you'll find in this book are what I feel is the most important thing, and that is crafting an irresistible online profile. But it goes really before that and prior to that is to know yourself. And there's a section in the book, I call it the negotiables and the non-negotiables. And that's really important, before you, as my dad used to say, put your fishing hook out there. Do you want it in the, a nice, beautiful river or in the toilet? You before you put your hook out there, you got to know yourself and what's important to you. Um, so the goal is that it's a GPS navigator to find your perfect match. And isn't that what we all really want in this life, is to, to find connections and to find love, and what that means to you and your partner. So Jeff, you've got the floor. Share with folks your thoughts.
Well, my thoughts is that I believe we probably need to catch up the story a little bit even more so.
Sure.
This Kat has written a book that we're about to go publish out for everybody to enjoy. And she will show you the cover and talk about that. But I was part of that book because I was the key storyline, if you will.
Yes.
So I'm very happy to announce that after the initial spark, which from what I understand, this book started before her and I actually met. And
yes.
Now we're celebrating the 25th wedding anniversary. And that literally means that this book was worked on and kind of nurtured and guided along for the last 25 years. So to see something come out, it's like watching your avocado tree finally giving you some fruit here. That you're really excited. I'm excited because along with the book, we're self-publishing. Now, the biggest announcement from my side is this. Upon understanding what the current technology is offering for self-publishing authors, we can't be more than excited that we have the tools, the intelligence, and the technology to be able to be successful on self-publishing. It isn't like the old days that, you're hoping you can drive to bookstores and leave a few copies. It's so far beyond that. So what we decided is that I'm going to take on the role of directors of operations. And as you can see, for the last decade or so, I was the director of operations for Living the Dream Team, director for Ta-Da Staging by Kat, which we're very proud to won awards consecutive years, nearly a decade. So we worked really hard in regard to creating something that we're very proud of. And when this opportunity came to become a self-publishing author, we started to think, well, instead of using this technology just for us, how about let's use this technology for everyone? So I signed on to be the director of operations for our new publishing house that we're going to publish other authors that did not know or don't have the time, the energy to learn this industry. It's a tough in regards to the learning curve and the steep of that learning curve about how to self-promote, understanding rankings, how to get yourself on the bestsellers list, how to get visibility, how to get it into a digital format, audio book format, those type of things. If you're spending, 40 hours working a job, chances are you're never going to have time to do this for your own book. So I'm very excited, very happy that I have this opportunity to have transitioned away from the logistics of the staging company and have developed now going into a publishing company. And at the same time, we're still making films. So just so you know, it's not like that we got away from film production. We're still very proud of our 17 wins and 9 festivals in 2022. That was for the film 13th Note. We're still working on the follow-up of another film. That's in the contract works. And with that being said, it left me, let's just clarify that, it left me some opportunity and time open to really look at the publishing opportunity. So with that, I think it's time for Kat to kind of talk a little bit about how we came up with a name for the publishing company, and also her book that's going to be launched as the first book from this publishing company. So tell us all about that.
The first one, and but not without standing. Jeff has had a book on the shelf that he put together with a partner, an old band partner of his from Southern California. And I think it's going to be phenomenal as well, not to take away from Miracles Online, but a whole nother genre. And it is called Career Kids. There's two versions that have been put together, Career Kids for sports, Career Kids for music. And, this is, of course, unlimited. We'd love to hear any feedback from anyone who's out there, what career you think would be, a great next topic. It's just, from teacher to plumber to lawyer, it's just really incredible. The different a home stager, a writer, it's just incredible. And I just think, the youth of today, to have encouragement that, from books where maybe they're not getting it from home, or from family or from school or what have you, is just, it just warms my heart. For those of you who know, I'm a proud glamma of 4 glam kiddos, and I have 1 here, 3 that are in another state, but we stay connected as much as possible, try to have those connections and wisdom that we share with them, and be an influence as much as we can. So that's coming out. And it's funny how, it's like when you buy a car and then you don't see it, and then all of a sudden you start seeing your car everywhere. You never noticed it before. That's raising that level of consciousness, and what we focus on, we see more of. And I say that to say that all of a sudden, so many people I'm speaking to and talking to are like, well, I have a whole book of poems. Well, I've got this book and I've got things all over, but these incredible stories, you know who I'm talking about, Cynthia. And it's like, let's make your dreams come true. Let's leave a legacy for you, for your children. A thought that I came up with, because many of you know that, we have someone in our family who's, challenged with, mental anxiety, which many people do. The more I talk about that, I see that it's not uncommon. So a book of poems from the mentally anguished, which there's more and more today, in today's world than there ever were. And what better way, than to build them up with, sharing how their thoughts and wisdom and magic and creativity could be, published in a book. That might be a nonprofit that we do, but just throwing ideas out there. Back to Miracles Online. It was 25 years, yeah. And so if you're, again, single, divorced, lonely, widowed, 21 years to 81 years, this book can help you, and you can find connections that are true and lasting, that fit you. And again, the content of the book, it's only less than 100 pages, so it's an easy read. There's a lot of humor, a lot of wisdom, and a lot of nuggets of do's and don'ts and how to navigate through the online scene to make that connection. But I can't speak enough to, and Jeff, if you want to talk a little bit about your contribution, because I know it's close to you and I in terms of, we were not in our 20s when we met, and we interviewed each other with hours and hours of phone conversation to see where we were at, what are our negotiables, our non-negotiables, what is important to you in life, etc. Do you want to share a little bit, from your perspective on what you contributed in the book on Miracles Online?
No, you have to buy the book and read it.
Okay, got to buy the book and read it.
No, it's actually it's a one.
Whoops. Lost you. You back?
All right, there we go.
There you go.
My phone rang. Sorry.
Okay.
This is what happens when you use.
Hey, I want to say a shout out to Adriana Rabiki Bambakiadis. Did I say it right, Adriana?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Adriana has been working with me diligently, and helped create, excuse me, the book cover. And without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and add this, the book cover.
Okay.
Isn't
There
that
you go.
fabulous?
Yep, I have a big screen so I can read it really well on my computer.
Yep. And you know what's amazing, and this wasn't done by design, is on the key, it has an M underneath my name. And I don't know if in a different version, the key right to the left of the heart is a J. So me and Jeff. I'm always looking
Alrighty then.
for symbols there.
So the key thing about this whole book was it initially started, I believe, was Kat doing research in regards to the new technology of internet dating. And at 1997, 98, during that time, it was still somewhat vilified that, you need to find love on the internet. And it was such of a new thing that everybody laughed at this, kind of like using a dating service or calling a dating want ad or, those type of things. But I'm going to tell you, there's more success stories than we could count now, 25 years later. And this book really will help in regards to streamlining and understanding the process. And I can't really go that much more deeper onto it because everybody will take something away from this type of information, from this type of book. So I highly encourage that if you're single, if you're someone that has a friend that is, having heartaches and whatnot, this is a great book to kind of plant certain seeds that's going to help that path.
Absolutely. You
Start
don't
to
know
blossom.
what one action, taking action can make such a huge difference. I'm a firm believer, you need to see what you want, believe what you want, and take action. And when you do, as Mike Dooley says in Infinite Possibilities, your thoughts are send out the signal, and when you believe it, it's magnetized, and the universe comes in and 10x's it and brings in all kinds of serendipities. And I can't even tell you the serendipities, even in putting this book together and getting endorsements that blew my mind from endorsement angels. And I really believe that's because I did have a vision and I did believe it. And the universe steps up and says, I got your back and I'm going to amplify it. And I believe that is possible for you out there. And again, I have more probably married friends than single friends. We're hoping, while we're pushing this to be live, excuse me, before the holidays and before we go to Greece, is because I think it's probably going to be priced like at $10, $11. Great stocking stuffer. If you know someone who's single, either an adult child, or a friend or a neighbor or what have you, put it on your list for a stocking stuffer. It's going to make our hope is it will transform people and bring love and connection where you didn't think it was possible.
Yeah.
It was against all odds. When I got that email, I was working in the tech industry at the time, and I received an email. I'm like, what is this? Now here's a single mom in her 40s, single mom of 3 kids. I'm running a home, have a career, trying to working out at the gym, and excuse me, really didn't, at that stage of my life, wasn't drinking or going to bars like I did in my earlier days. And so it's like, how can you, meet someone of quality? So there's lots of reasons and pluses in the book that tell you all the reasons why this is such a great vehicle, and you can really kind of circumvent the getting to know you and wasting a lot of time, because you have built that profile that's based on your most basic fundamental values, and and not surface. If you go out there surface and again hang your hook out there on a surface level of that's not really you, to superficially connect, you're going to get a superficial connection is what that is. And I really believe that Jeff and I mean, we had an age difference, a demographic difference. Uh, um, I mean, we didn't have cell phones then, did we? I don't think we had cell phones.
No,
Uh,
no, everything was
no,
done
because
landline.
I remember, yeah, you had a huge Pacific Bell bill from talking on the phone
Yeah.
for so many hours. But we definitely did um, know what we wanted and what we didn't want. We had those negotiables and non-negotiables ironed out and pretty well solidified in terms of our boundaries and what we were looking for in not just an okay. I don't think we're put on this planet to just survive. We're put on this planet to thrive in every aspect of our life, in relationships, in whatever career we choose to do, that hopefully lights us up. In all aspects of life, we are put here to have a joyful, amazing, otherworldly life. And again, my hope in writing this book is that not that you'll find a hookup. You can hook up. There's chat rooms, other ways to hook up. This book's intention is to give you some tools to help you navigate and use a tool in today's digital world to really connect with, a meaningful relationship and take that as far as, you both feel comfortable with. One of the things, and Jeff was my third marriage. I don't say I had two fail because I don't think anything is a failure. Everything we go through in this life is meant to be, and it's what builds character and helps us be a better version of ourselves in the next step of our journey. And I believe that in everything, absolutely everything. But one of the things that really struck me with Jeff is, and the fact this was part of his proposal, was no outs. I want to be with you the rest of my life, and there's no outs. And I think in today's society, and certainly statistics show us, with over higher than 50% divorce rate, that we just kind of have a throwaway mentality. Well, it doesn't work out, we'll just get a divorce. And relationships are effort. I'm not going to say work. They are work, but anything that's worth having is worth the effort. It's worth the work. Would you agree, Jeffrey?
Yes, yes. But it's more than that. The book is going to give you some ideas, like what Kat was saying. But overall, what I'm really proud of in regards to what we're doing with the publishing company, and Kat, you want to tell people what the name of the publishing company is?
Okay. Well, this is I mean I it's personal to us, and y'all might find it to be cute. So, coming up with a name for the company, publishing company, I had two thoughts. My first thought was, because I'm a firm believer, Jeff has heard me say it. He used to think I was bipolar. I said, no, I'm not bipolar. What I do is I can't always control my first thought, but guess what? With a higher sense of consciousness and intention, I can control my second thought. And I will tell you, I think of that every day because, we're human. We think negative things. We start to judge things, people, whatever. You can stop yourself in the track and go, nope, I choose to think this. And in fact, Adriana and I just talked about this. We're driving in the transit, and I said, example, someone cuts you off. That's stupid SOB, blah blah blah. Or okay, Barb, if you're listening, erase, replace. Oh, he probably didn't see me, in the blind spot, and maybe he just had, a bad argument with his wife this morning, and just have that compassion, that understanding, change your thought. And guess what happens when you do that? A lot of wonderful chemical things happen to your body, good things, because I want to tell you, your body eavesdrops on your thought. We are constantly negative and down and petty and depressed. Your body's listening to that. it's listening to that, and it's saying, okay, we'll go along with that. So yeah, I got off on a tangent. Okay, so second thought, publishing. On second thought, publishing was the first choice, and then just probably 2 weeks ago, my granddaughter Elizabeth, aka Doodle, she comes here in the evening, and we get her off to school in the morning, and she knows because she just loves when she was a toddler and how cute she was, with all the pictures and videos kids have now to see themselves. And when she was little, we have videos of her saying, she couldn't say "I love you," she would say "I yeah you," "I yeah you," and she couldn't say glamour, she'd say "Gaga," "I yeah you, Gaga." So just recently, again, coinkadink, serendipity, she started, she does her kiss me and Popeye. She calls Popeye, Jeff Popeye, good night. And she started saying, yeah, you, I yeah, you, I yeah, you both. And that just came into my mind. So that's how we came up with Yeah You Publishing.
Well, I think it's much even bigger than just the inception of where it originated. We wanted to create a publishing house that was positive driven, that had a lot of warmth and heart from us, the producers.
Of course.
And of course we were looking for authors that is also contributing in the fact of from the heart. That's why we have plans to wanting to put together series like poetries and things of that nature, because we really do believe that it's
series of what, Jeff? I didn't hear.
Poetries.
Yes.
Like volumes.
Poetry, children's books.
Contributing factors. The books that is going to help us to embrace humanity, to embrace each other.
And lift your spirits. Yep.
Yeah, we're in a situation where they're so divided that we need to really reanalyze what's going on with ourselves in producing books that reflects, especially with creators of poetry, stories, short stories, those type of things. I think is truly the way to help heal the heart, the way to motivate and inspire each other. One of the things that, let me just take this real quick with Yayu Publishing. I started to do a lot of deep dive research because Kat handed this over to me with applications such as Publisher Rocket and things like that. This software is so heavy laden, monitored, algorithm, data driven, that you really have to be on top of it. But what I've found is that creating an opportunity like that, you start to learn why it was created. The creator actually had a podcast talking about that. When we did the COVID lockdown, there was nowhere to go. There was no money to be had. But reading became a favorite pastime, and people start to rediscover reading. And also audiobooks, for those who's traveling who can't read but can listen. So we were excited when we saw, applications that was designed for authors, such as BookFunnel, that allows you to self-publish into a greater success, because it helps you as an author to do things that you otherwise probably wouldn't know what the steps were. And then coupling with the other technologies, then all of a sudden you have a fair shot at showing your book to the world. However, I understand not everybody has the aptitude on applications, especially on softwares and things like that, and the time to monitor. This is why when I saw the opportunity, it really hit me right at the heart. Hey, let me do this, because I was a webmaster 25 years ago when new HTML was coming out and all those things. So indexing and understanding coding and understanding algorithms and so forth, all of a sudden I'm back in my wheelhouse. And I'm excited about this because now I realize I can bring work to the world of expressions and literature and creations, even beyond what I was doing with the record company or with the film company, So I'm extremely excited. Yayu Publishing is going to come out the gate with the Career Kids series from me and John Dixa. Of course, Kat's it's going to be infamous, Miracles Online. There's no question
Miracles
about it.
Online will be number one. And by the way, It will be available digital as well. I don't know if we're going to do an audio. That might be down the road if we get enough requests. But digital. I think digital's like $5 or something to download it digital, and it will be coming out on Amazon. Those of you who are watching this, listening to it on podcast, etc., very soon in the next probably week, I'm sending out an email to what I call an advanced reader team, and you all will get the pleasure of having a sneak peek prior to it going live on Amazon to read the book, and hopefully, I'll be sending you communication and email as soon as it goes live on Amazon for a very short window. You will have, something like an opportunity to buy it for 99 cents, and then you'll be a verified reviewer. So, our goal is, and this is part of the strategy, whether you're an author as well, is, I see so many people who've written books, various individuals that I know, and for whatever reason, they don't have any reviews. I don't know about you, but, I like to see reviews. We're very blessed to have some powerhouse endorsements on the back of the book that I'm beyond excited about. But reviews are important, whether it's, so you can review on Amazon, and then there's also called Goodreads. And as soon as we get our ISBN number and load up, you can also review us on Goodreads. So I thank you in advance, any of you who are getting the Advanced Reader team email very shortly, to please give us an honest review so that we can reach more people, is what it's all about. We're not, as I told you, I'm not looking to get rich on this. This has been an effort of passion, long coming, and an effort of passion. In fact, some folks know that I had reached out to them, that we started a book. I don't know if the name will change, but Glamma's Truth Bombs. So, as I mentioned at the top of the show, I'm a proud Glamma of 4 Glam kiddos, and the effort is, I thought it would be amazing to have stories from the wisdom of grandmothers, Gigi's, Nanas, Gagas from really around the world, if possible. So that's going to be a little bit more of an undertaking because it's a contributory book. There'll be contributing authors, but if you or some of you know, it doesn't have to be a full paragraph or not paragraph, doesn't have to be a full chapter or anything. Even just a quip, or like, oh, I remember this time, and something heartwarming that's going to tug on people's heartstrings about the amazing and just otherworldly love between grandmothers and their grandkiddos. So that got put on the back shelf just because of the timing of our anniversary. My God source said, nope, get this one out. It's been a long time coming. So that's kind of the back on that. So Glam Kiddos Glam's Truth Bombs will.
Yeah, we'll come out with the schedule and start. We would definitely post and market. Every book has its own marketing campaign and launch campaign. So you won't miss it, trust me. Being the director of operations, I will make sure every book that we publish will have a launch campaign. So just stay tuned for that.
Yeah, and also for those of you who don't know, when you go on Amazon to purchase the book, you can hit follow, and I do that with many of my author friends, and I probably read 4 books a month, and I'm reading 4 other books every morning in various stages. But you can hit follow, and then when they produce another book, you'll get notified also. So lots of ways to stay in touch and stay connected and, enrich. The bottom line is to enrich people's lives. I saw this, I can't take credit for it, but I saved it, and it had 2 little quote boxes. And the one said, "What do you do for a living?" And the answer quote box was, "I raise the vibration of humanity." I'm like, oh, that just says it all. That encompasses everything. Well, how do you do that? How do you do that? Well, there's so many ways. Maybe there's a book on that, but that's our goal. That's Jeff's and our goal, is to raise the vibration of humanity. And it starts at home. It can start small steps. You just have to, take action. Um, Remember, in terms of miracles online, and again, if you or someone you know is single, divorced, widowed, lonely, love wants you as much as you want love. It's out there. And our hope is that this book will help be a vehicle and a connection port uh, for your next step in finding your miracle online. So, where are we on time, Mr. Jeffrey?
Well, we have plenty of time that we've already used up. So it's
Oh,
time
we
to
got. I
say
can't see
goodbye to
what the time
everyone.
is. Oh, it's 10:36. Okay. Um, does anyone have any questions? I can't really see who's on here. I see a couple of
No, I
comments.
already answered everybody's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for those who tuned in today. You can watch this on the flip side. You can share it with those who you think would benefit. And as always, stay hopeful, stay positive, stay connected, and remember, love wants you as much as you want love. So go out there and make it a beautiful day, and we will catch you on the flip side. Episode 92, signing off. Have a beautiful
Bye,
weekend.
everybody. Have a great
Bye
day.
there.